Hi everybody, welcome to the channel today. Today what I'm going to speak to you about is obviously Keir Starmer's speech, which was done yesterday, and I wasn't originally going to do a video about this, but when last night I was looking on YouTube and skimming through social media, and this morning as well, saw everybody taking the mick out of Keir Starmer for his slight mistake during his speech, when obviously he referred to hostages as sausages. Now, I'm not going to take the mick out of him. Keir Starmer may not be a person I'm greatly fond of. I did say to a lot of people before the election during the summer, be prepared if you vote Labour for what potentially is going to happen, and so far I've been pretty much proven right, but it would be pretty risky, but I can't make people vote sensibly, so people have voted the way that they've decided. But for anybody that's ever made speeches, and obviously a leader of a political party, or if you're prime minister, you're going to make a lot of speeches, you're going to practice your speeches and everything, and sometimes people make mistakes, okay? That's part and parcel of life. It's not a great look for international affairs, saying something like that. Arguably, yeah, there is the argument maybe he should apologise, say sorry for the mistake he made, but at the end of the day, it's not the biggest mistake, and there are bigger things in this country going on at the moment than him making one slip of the tongue and then everybody coming out to absolutely slate him and take the piss out of him. It's not the biggest deal in the world. We've all done it. Anybody that's spoken in front of people, I'm sure virtually everybody's made a mistake at some stage in their life and made a slight slip of the tongue. Which brings me on to now, for the second thing I was going to say, was something that got brought up yesterday. His commitment, his great commitment that he's going to rehouse all the people that served this country in the military that are living on the streets in the UK, which I'm sure there's a lot of them. I don't know exactly how many, but I'm sure there's a substantial amount of them. I know people that have served in the military. My grandfather served in the military. I've had friends that served in the army. I live in a naval town as it is. So I understand where he's coming from when he says we are committed. We're going to rehouse all ex-service personnel that are living on the street. Problem with that commitment, in my book, is it's unrealistic. So we've got a massive queue of people needing housing in the UK. You've got all these immigrants that are coming from whatever countries they're coming from. I don't personally know. I haven't spoken to every single one of them, so I'm not going to know where they're all coming from. So how on earth are you going to manage to do it? Because I would have thought the more sensible thing is to help them out at source as well. It's a great thing. It's a great idea. I just personally don't see it. When enough houses aren't being built in this country, as things stand, and it's been going on for an awful long time, how on earth is he going to be able to see it through? I want our Prime Minister making commitments which are realistic and he's actually going to do. Not making commitments but he's going to do it. Unrealistic, but he's going to be able to get them all housed and put them top of the ladder. No different to our London mayor saying that all the prisoners coming out of jail should be top of the list to be rehoused. Who else is going to be top of the list? This is so unrealistic to do this. But I personally think either they need a massive building projects of building houses across the UK, because otherwise it's unsustainable at the end of the day. And I've always said for a long time, personally, that they should be helping people when they come out of the military, whether that's the RAF, the Army, the Navy, whatever it is. They should be helping them out, whether it's mental health, housing, getting meaningful employment, you know, helping them integrate back into society, you know, because there's far too many of them, people that have served, where they're unable to do that, or they struggle to do that because they haven't been prepared. You know, for now, obviously, let me know what you think. So I'll speak to you a bit later. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, please subscribe, and we'll speak to you a bit later.